gardeneers, welcome to another garden interview. I'm here today with Oats. If you're new here, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos. So let's start. What I like to ask to artists is the choice of their band name or artist name.
Right.
Do you guys like porridge or something like that?
Yeah,
I mean, I do.
eat it every morning.
I guess the joke was, I think Niels named one of our rehearsal folders,
No, that was
whatever.
Adam.
Adam
Yeah,
named one
yeah.
of our rehearsal folders Oats. And then we were like, why? And then you made a joke. Niels made a joke saying, oh, it's oats. There's nothing more depressing than having oats for dinner. And so that was, yeah.
That was actually the first band name, but after some time we dumped it down to Oats. It was like, yeah, it's just better.
Yeah.
It's just,
Okay.
Short and sweet.
short and sweet.
Nice. So you thought, yeah, it would be like a nice combination with what you make as you with your music.
I think it was just the first name we had, and we tried something else, but nothing else worked. So it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
It is
It
what
was
is,
meant to be.
It was meant to be.
I think also it's funny to sort of hack kind of words, because now whenever I think of oats, I have to go get oats in the grocery store. I think of the band and the music, not the product. So
Yeah, it's like an insidious thing
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
like we're trying to change people's
Like
perception
squid
of the
or-
concept
yeah.
of oats. Yeah.
Sick. So maybe one day there could be like a big like Oatly company that could use your
Quaker,
music.
let's go.
Put an ad or
Collabs,
something.
collabs,
Sick.
I've been using Oatly a lot lately, so
They owe us.
please sponsor us.
Yeah.
Give us money.
Maybe if you could tell your names and what instrument you play, just so that
Yeah.
everyone knows.
I'm Jacob and I do vocals.
I'm Niels and I play drums.
I'm Adam and I'm the guitar player.
I'm Phil and I play bass.
Yeah. And I presume you're all Dutch, apart from you? Or
I'm the
no
only
one is Dutch.
Actually, I'm the only Dutch person in
Okay.
the
Yeah.
band.
So where are you guys all from?
I'm from Denmark.
Okay.
I'm from Poland.
I'm French.
Oh, you're French.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Ish.
I'm half French. Yeah. And you're Dutch. Yeah.
I am.
And so how did you guys all meet and decide to make Oats?
Well, the three of us, so me, Philippe, and Adam, study. I still study, but we all met at the conservatory, and we used to play in a couple of projects together. And quite often after rehearsals, we would like jam and just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
And
Which conservatory?
from Amsterdam,
From Amsterdam. Yeah.
we're Amsterdam based.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after a certain amount of time, it just changed from being like this fun side project to like, okay, let's actually start something for real.
I think you told me that you were really tired of like the more traditional side of the conservatory that was a bit too conservative for you, so you kind of want to break out. You want to play something that's from your own life, in a sense, that like you want to play music that you listen to or inspired by. So.
Yeah, rather than to
Right?
please
Yeah.
the public or something. Yeah, really. deep.
Also,
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you guys all sort of are planning to stay then in the Netherlands. So you came here to study, and yeah. So in the near future, staying here.
But they're from the conservatory and I'm from the art academy.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
we met actually Jacob. I met Jacob personally at a party. He was probably playing some music, and it was pretty interesting for me. And I went up to him, started talking to him, and well, somehow we at the time we were looking for a vocalist who could scream and make weird, unintelligible noises, and it so luckily turned out that he just finished a course on how to scream, so it was just meant to be.
Yeah, I picked it up like a month before Adam met me, and I met Adam, so it worked out.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all sort of ended up being quite organical with how Oats was made and stuff.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing together?
How long is it now? 2 years?
I guess our first gig was a year and a half ago, so I'd say it's been 2 years now. Yeah.
Yeah, because your first releases was last year, right?
April,
Magnolia?
April 1st, Reformat to Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. April Fools. No. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are
as a band or individually?
As
I think as a
let's start
band.
off with as a band, and then maybe individually, because it might be interesting to see how it all maybe.
I think we're quite fluid, but I think the things that kind of kept us on the path at the start was middle ground between Converge, post-hardcore, and Black MIDI. So like more of the jazzy, noisy stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because
in
I
between
saw
those.
as well on your Spotify artist page, you do have like a playlist with like all the influences. So is it really based off of all these artists in that playlist, the influence, or is it just like a general playlist that you made?
No, it's we have a communal playlist where we put in the stuff that we're listening to, and that we want to sort of take inspiration from. So no, that playlist is, I think, pretty representative of what we draw from in general. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And how is your creative process like?
Oh, this is a debate.
It really depends, I guess, because it used to be each one of us coming down with different riffs or different parts that we kind of have pre-written, and then we used to kind of work it out as a band. But now, lately, all of the songs have been coming out either during like small jam sessions where it came out more organically, or right now we're going to be trying to do kind of like an in a way organized approach where we want to have maybe certain sections or even small snippets of songs already pre-made, and also to be able to work on them, for example, from different places, from different cities, whenever we're not present at the room.
Yeah.
I think it's also coming from that we want to allow ourselves to be more fluid or intuitive with making music. So maybe next Monday, whenever we rehearse, everyone brings like an idea. So then we just try everything out and see what sticks, kind of thing. So
Okay. Yeah. So how often do you guys practice or have like these jam sessions?
we try to do it every week.
If we're on the country, yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, nice. In a good weekly basis. Yeah. And what is so far your own personal song to perform, and why? So since you started gigging last year, maybe you all have a different song individually.
Favorite song?
I don't want to.
Yeah, like of your own of.
Can we
Oats.
all say it at once?
No,
Yeah.
no. We can
fine.
say it one by one.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, it could be fun though if you all say it at once.
Okay,
and see
all
if
right.
it'll-
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I do the countdown?
Yeah.
Go
Let's
for
say?
it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Flood. Oh, okay.
I mean, it made sense, you know. It's,
But I think it's Flood. I think it's also the song that we're the most proud of, perhaps, or like we
Yeah.
feel that that's the one we sort of want to take places, not to let all the others go, but yeah, that's the one we also have the hardest difficulty actually recording, because we're like, we have to save it for a special occasion, or like we have to treat it right, you know. So
it's never gonna be right. But
But I also feel like we fetishized it a bit too much. We're like, oh, it's our best song. It's our best song. But you know, the other songs are.
they're
Yeah.
good
I would.
too.
Yeah.
So then that's also your favorite produced song that you have so far.
we haven't
We haven't
haven't
produced
produced
it
it
yet. We
yet.
haven't recorded.
Oh,
That's the.
oh, okay.
That's the thing. We're a bit hesitant to record it because then you kind of lose the original sparkle of it, and then you know the recording process can be a bit tedious sometimes. So it's yeah.
Yeah, for
We're
I think
scared.
all three of the songs that we've recorded them, and then for like a month or two afterwards, we're like, I don't want to play it.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to it
Yeah.
ever again. Let's, you know.
But I think
It's
it's
a hassle,
something about it. It also feels that when you record it, there's like sort of a definitive edition of it. But I feel like this song in particular, it's sort of like it's made for live in a sense that it's very emotional, or it's like very spontaneous. So it needs that intuitive and that element. And I think it would be super nice to record it in a room all together, because now how we record is we multi-track it, so like everyone records every right every
Well, I disagree with the thing that we have to be in a room together. I'm very much against that.
No. but
How
for
come?
now
Because we've tried it before, and I just don't enjoy. Like, I like the time of, okay, I can focus on my bass track on my
Yeah.
own, and I can like take the time to make it perfect, or like the way I want it to be. And if you're all in the room together, then it's like everybody's slightly dissatisfied with your take.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's mainly just for like without any distractions or whatnot.
But
Yeah, it's my ego.
I think at the very start we were playing with these ideas of coming from taking influences from post-hardcore. I think there's a very clear idea that things need to be stripped down. They need to be sort of analog. Like everything is, the drum sound has to be like exactly my drum sound, you know. And so that kind of music feels very clear, and everything needs to be recorded live, or not live, but it has to be in the recording, right? So you can't manipulate it too much. But I think we're coming to a point where we're allowing ourselves to orchestrate more or play with effects and
Yeah.
be more loose with that kind of stuff.
I think we're now at the point where we're not trying to like emulate the live performance necessarily, and
Yeah.
just be like, okay, what would we like to listen to if it was a single or like a part of an EP
Recording.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that song is called Fold. You said.
Float.
Fold.
F-L-O-O-D.
So every time F-O.
L-O-O-D.
F-Fold.
Flood,
Okay, Fold.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So every time you've been performing it at live gigs, does it always sound the same, do you think? Or then sometimes you all have a bit of your fun and like in an improvisational kind of way?
I mean, the
maybe,
structure is
or-
there. I don't think we go too much out of the structure. It's just the or what? It's more
you're
like
right,
the
you're right.
the intention is different sometimes. Like the night of playing it, maybe there's something that happened before or after, you know, that
Yeah.
like changes how we play it.
And I guess as well the crowd as well may have
Yeah,
a
of
big
course,
impact
yeah.
with it.
I think the crowd has the biggest impact on like which song of the night like makes the biggest impact for us. You know, like
Yeah.
it really depends on what kind of crowd we're playing for, and it really depends on the energy that they give. Like I wouldn't say I'm a spiritual person, but I do believe in exchanging energy.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I have that as well. I think it's a really big part. And but there's also this thing of like, even if you have a crowd that is smaller, you still have to play your show exactly at your best. Like you cannot let the crowd influence you too much anyways. Like you also have to put in the effort in order to get the energy back from the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be your ideal go-to crowds if you would be like in energy?
I mean, the best one, we can talk about the best ones we have maybe.
Right.
Golf teens.
Oh, God.
Zoomers. Yeah, that's.
We played in dorm sessions. I think it's one of our funnest gigs in Duo in east of Amsterdam, where it's like a student housing. So we were just in a room that we found out it was only supposed to house 50 people, but there was like 300-esque people.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So the crowd, it was really packed, and some of these people never listened to music like this, they told us. But that's the funnest in a way. Sometimes when older people come up to us and they're like, oh, we never listened to this, or I used to listen to this when I was young.
Okay,
The
yeah.
sad thing, but also maybe the most blissful thing, is that it was the last concert of the series because they stopped doing it. So
They weren't allowed to because it was a hazard to pack 300-esque.
So
people
our
and
concert was the
Allegedly.
last of the
Allegedly.
series. Came out with a bang.
But now they're doing it in like proper venues and stuff like that. It's still
Yeah.
going on, but it's
Yeah.
Not the same.
It's not the same, man. No.
No, but we like to support them anyways,
Yeah.
to see where they can go. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I presume the majority of the gigs you play are here in the Netherlands, but since then you're a bit from everywhere. Do you go back into? Are you thinking of doing gigs back in your home country, so you Denmark, France, or Poland?
So what we did last year, I organized a small tour in Poland. I invited the guys because I have my own DIY festival. And this year we're going to go back to Poland again, but for a different reason. We're going to play at a Polish showcase festival, the Great September, which if anyone from Poland is listening, please buy your tickets and come through. It's and for the Dutch people, it's like a Polish version of Eurosonic, basically,
Okay.
where you kind of showcase yourself and play a short set, and hopefully some people from the industry will come and see you. So.
Yeah, pretty cool. Nice. That's quite exciting.
There's a hole in your bedroom
If you could open up a show for any artist, who would it be? Let's have all of your individual intakes, because maybe you'll have different.
Def Heaven.
Def Heaven, okay.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I guess I would really like to play with Black MIDI. I would really like to talk to them, maybe, and hang out and like see how they think of music and all that. I think that'd be funny. Yeah. Let's
Converge.
converge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw them live, and that was top 5 concerts.
Yeah.
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 No.
I don't know. Like we already played the same bill as them, but I would love to sit down with Birds in a Row again, just because I think they're different than. It sounds stupid, but they feel different. They feel more wholesome. They feel more genuine than other bands that might put on a persona. They feel like they interact and they want to interact with the audience in a much more human way, in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can really respect
There's
that.
something that you look into as well when you perform to really interact
I
with
think
the
there's
audience.
there's something about it. Like I feel my most vulnerable when I go off stage,
Okay.
because sometimes I feel like people don't expect you to leave that version of yourself on the stage. They expect you to bring it down into the crowd after.
Yeah.
And it's whatever happens on stage, but it's not necessarily like who I am, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Nice. If you could give one word to describe Oats, what would it be? I know it might be a difficult one, but
Quirky. I think. Yeah. I think it's not like we're not sort of just going heavy all the time. I think we have these like almost Zappa-esque moments in our music, and so I think it's quirky.
nice.
It makes it also approachable for people who might not be especially in the scene or might not be especially into this kind of music, but then if they also love neo-soul, if they like the jazz, if they like post-punk, like they might find something for themselves, in this music, which is nice. I think.
Yeah. A little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think like for a while we were like, oh, we're heavy. That was the focus, you know.
We've
but-
had the identity crisis, yes.
Yeah, but I think we all bring parts. Like I think I'm constantly not that I'm against that, but I'm constantly trying to push my agenda of like more vulnerable or like more soft, like specifically soft. Because I feel like it's also in Def Heaven, it's such a good contrast between the heavy and the visceral, like that super kindness, like
Yeah.
because then you have the contrast. Yeah.
Nice. And what are your future projects looking like? New releases, an EP or an album on the way? So you mentioned in September you'll be having that. Is it a tour or just a gig, the one in Poland?
So in Poland we'll actually be doing a tour. We're going to be playing also in Warsaw, in Poznań, in the Tri-Cities. So there's going to be a few gigs, but kind of culminating during the showcase. But we are currently on the verge of releasing 2 singles, and afterwards we really hope to start working on our debut EP.
Yeah.
And then
Sick.
maybe send it around, see who's interested, or otherwise we'll just release it ourselves.
Yeah.
And Sun, like the first single, what did we say? August 8th?
No,
Was that?
September, right?
8th.
We have a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beginning of September.
Beginning of September.
You'll see in the
And
live stream.
there's a music video directed
Yep.
by Mr. Jacob himself.
Yes.
Nice.
We got a lot of help from some really nice people who agreed to work with us. Yeah.
That's
Shout out to Henry
Yeah.
and their crew. Yeah.
Sick.
And we're also participating in Popronde, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
come out and visit and see us.
A lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Quite a few
Oats
stuff.
in your city.
Oats in your city.
Literally.
All right, let's pass on to the fast-paced questions. If you could, answer one after the other.
Rapid fire.
Your favorite season?
Spring.
Summer.
Autumn. That's pretty evil, right?
Summer. Yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
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 Fuck.
The pressure is on to say cats.
Neither.
Neither.
In between.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Tea.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Early bird or night owl?
Night.
Early
Night
bird.
owl.
City or countryside?
City. All the way.
Countryside.
Nah, city.
Tea-esque.
City adjacent.
Yeah.
Suburbs.
Sweet or salt?
Salt.
Sweet.
Salt.
Sweet.
Performing or composing, like slash recording?
Composing.
Performing. All the way.
Performing.
Performing.
The nation is divided.
Do I have any? Nope. So, yeah, this one doesn't relate to you.
It's the last airbender.
All right. Well, that's everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you
you
very
very
much
much.
for this
Thank you.
interview.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy watching Oats. If you're a member, you can watch it over again. Otherwise, you have 48 hours. And yeah, that's a wrap. Bye-bye.